Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most legendary names in American coin history, the powerful and iconic Liberty coins, and especially the unforgettable year 1964. This is not just about old metal. This is about hidden wealth, collector passion, auction records, and coins that have shocked the world with unbelievable prices. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about a symbol that shaped American currency for generations. Lady Liberty has appeared on many designs across decades, from the classic Morgan silver dollars to the peace dollars and the Franklin half dollar. Liberty represents freedom, strength, and opportunity. And in the coin world, Liberty also represents value. The year 1964 is one of the most important years in modern American coin history. Why? Because it was the last year the United States used 90% silver in circulating dimes, quarters, and half dollars. That means coins from 1964 were made with real silver, not the copper-nickel clad material used today. This single fact makes 1964 coins extremely special to collectors and investors. Let's start with the legendary 1964 Kennedy half dollar. After the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the U.S. Mint quickly redesigned the half dollar to honor him. The obverse shows President Kennedy, but the reverse features a majestic eagle inspired by earlier Liberty-style symbolism. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar was struck in 90% silver. Millions were saved by the public as souvenirs, but high-grade examples and special mint varieties are still highly valuable today. In average circulated condition, a 1964 Kennedy half dollar is usually worth its silver melt value, depending on the current silver price. But in uncirculated condition, especially graded MS-65 and above by professional grading companies, these coins can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare proof versions from the Philadelphia Mint can also command strong prices. Now let's move to the 1964 Washington quarter. Although the obverse shows George Washington, this coin belongs to the last 90% silver quarter series. In circulated condition it may be worth several times its face value because of silver content. But in gem uncirculated condition or with special mint errors, the value increases dramatically. Certain high-grade 1964 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars at major auctions. The 1964 Roosevelt dime is another silver treasure. Small in size but big in value, this coin also contains 90% silver. While common circulated pieces are valued mainly for silver content, high-grade examples graded MS-67 or higher can bring strong premiums. Some have sold for thousands when condition is nearly perfect, but when collectors talk about Liberty and 1964 in the same breath, there is a mystery coin that creates excitement like almost nothing else. The rumored 1964 D peace dollar. The peace dollar originally ended in 1935, but historical records show that in 1964 the Denver Mint struck a limited number of peace dollars dated 1964. These coins were reportedly melted before release, and none have been officially confirmed in private hands. If even one authentic example ever surfaced, experts believe it could be worth millions of dollars. Imagine owning a coin that was never meant to exist. Going back further into Liberty history, the Morgan silver dollar featuring Lady Liberty, minted from 1878 to 1921, has produced some of the most expensive coins in American history. The 1893 S. Morgan dollar, for example, has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars in top condition. The peace dollar, minted from 1921 to 1935, also has rare dates worth significant money. These earlier Liberty coins laid the foundation for the collector demand that continues today. So where does the number $787,976.48 come from? In the world of rare coins, auction results can shock people. High-grade rarities, special mint errors, and unique specimens can reach extraordinary prices. While most 1964 circulation coins will not reach nearly $800,000, ultra-rare Liberty Series coins in top condition absolutely can. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have documented six-figure and even seven-figure results for exceptional Liberty coins. The key factors that determine value are condition, rarity, mint mark, demand, and historical importance. Condition is graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS-70 is considered perfect. Even one grade point difference at high levels can mean thousands of dollars difference in price. Rarity is determined by mintage numbers and survival rate. Some coins had low original mintages, while others were heavily circulated or melted, reducing surviving examples. Mint marks also matter. In 1964, coins were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and proof versions at Philadelphia. A small letter like D for Denver can dramatically change value if combined with rare varieties or errors. Collectors search for doubled dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes that increase rarity. Silver content is another powerful factor. Because 1964 was the final year of 90% silver coinage for circulation, many investors buy these coins in bulk as silver bullion. When silver prices rise, these coins rise as well. That makes them attractive not only to collectors but also to precious metal investors. If you are searching through old jars, inherited collections, or bank rolls, always check dates carefully. Look for 1964 dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Check condition. If the coin has sharp details, strong luster, and no heavy scratches, it could be worth professional grading. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC authenticate and encapsulate coins, increasing buyer confidence and market value. Let's talk strategy. If you want to invest in Liberty-related coins from 1964, focus on high-quality examples. Buy the best condition you can afford. Avoid cleaned or damaged coins. Store them properly in protective holders. Follow silver market trends. Study auction records to understand real selling prices rather than just asking prices. The beauty of Liberty coins is not just financial. It is historical. These coins passed through the hands of everyday Americans during one of the most transformative decades in history. 1964 was a year of cultural change, economic growth, and political shifts. Holding a 1964 silver coin is like holding a small piece of that moment in time. Some viewers dream of finding a coin worth nearly $800,000. While that level is extremely rare and usually linked to unique historical pieces, the possibility is what makes coin collecting exciting. Every pocket coin could hide a story. Every old silver piece could connect you to a bigger history. On this channel Coins, our mission is to help you identify value, understand history, and recognize opportunity. Liberty coins remain one of the strongest pillars of the American coin market. Whether it is the Morgan dollar, the Peace dollar, or the final silver issues of 1964, these coins continue to attract serious collectors worldwide. Before you sell any old silver coin, research carefully. Check recent auction results. Compare grades. Weigh the coin to confirm silver content. Consider professional grading if value appears high. Knowledge is power in the coin world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and the powerful 1964 silver year, make sure to subscribe to Coins, turn on notifications, and share this video with fellow collectors. The next time you see a small silver coin dated 1964, remember that it is more than just 50 cents, 25 cents, or 10 cents. It is history. It is silver. And in the right condition, it could be a serious investment. Today we are diving deep into one of the most searched and most misunderstood coins in American history, the legendary 1970 Liberty coin. Collectors around the world from the United States to Europe to South Asia are constantly asking one question: can a simple 1970 Liberty coin really be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and is there truly a coin connected to this year that could reach a value like $787,976.47? Let's uncover the full story from history to minting to rare errors to current market value and the real truth behind the hype. First, we need to understand what people mean when they say 1970 Liberty coin. In most cases they are talking about the 1970 Kennedy half-dollar minted at the Denver Mint. The word Liberty appears clearly on the obverse of this coin above the portrait of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was designed by Gilroy Roberts on the front and Frank Gasparo on the reverse. It carries deep historical meaning because the Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 shortly after the tragic assassination of President Kennedy. The 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar holds a special place in coin history because it was not released for general circulation. That alone makes it different from most other half-dollars. Instead, it was issued only in United States mint sets. This means many people never saw one in everyday pocket change. When a coin is not released into circulation, it instantly becomes more interesting to collectors. Now here is where things become exciting. The 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar was the last year that the half-dollar contained 40% silver. From 1965 to 1970 these coins were made with 40% silver and 60% copper. After 1970 regular circulation half-dollars were changed to a copper-nickel composition. So if you hold a genuine 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar, you are holding one of the last silver-era half-dollars. Silver alone gives it melt value. But rarity gives it collector value. And condition gives it premium value. The mintage of the 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar was approximately 2.1 million coins. That number might sound high to new collectors, but in comparison to many modern coins that reach tens or hundreds of millions, this is actually quite low. Low mintage is always one of the first ingredients for higher future value. Now let us talk about current market value. In average circulated condition, the 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for around $10 to $20 depending on silver prices. In uncirculated mint condition it can sell from $25 to $60, but when we move into high-grade certified coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, the prices jump dramatically. A coin graded MS-66 can sell for several $100s. MS-67 examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, and then we reach the rarest of the rare. There are extremely few examples graded MS-67 plus or higher. When collectors compete for top population coins in registry sets, prices can explode. Auction records have shown extremely high results for top condition coins, sometimes reaching five-figure territory. Now you might be wondering, what about the $787,976.47 claim? Has any 1970 D Liberty coin ever sold for that exact number? There is no confirmed public auction record showing a standard 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar selling for that exact amount. However, in the world of rare coins, especially error coins and top-graded registry coins, private sales can sometimes reach extraordinary levels. There is also confusion because some other Liberty coins in American history have indeed sold for massive amounts of money. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel has sold for millions of dollars. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar has also reached multi-million-dollar levels at auction. So when people hear Liberty and rare coin in the same sentence, they sometimes mix different coins together, but here is something important. The 1970 D Kennedy half-dollar does have rare varieties and potential errors that can increase value significantly. Coins with strong strike, deep cameo contrast in special mint sets, or dramatic minting errors such as off-center strikes or wrong planchet errors can command very high premiums. A unique mint error combined with top condition could theoretically push value extremely high, especially if two wealthy collectors compete. Collectors should also examine the coin carefully for doubling in lettering, especially around the word Liberty and In God We Trust. Although major double die varieties are not common for 1970 D, minor varieties can still add value. Another factor is silver price movement. Because the coin contains 40% silver, its base value will always be linked to precious metal markets. If silver prices rise dramatically, the floor value of the coin rises with it. The historical context also adds emotional value. The Kennedy half-dollar represents a turning point in American history. It was introduced during a time of national mourning and unity. The word liberty on the coin connects to American identity and freedom. That symbolism attracts collectors beyond just metal value. Now let us imagine you find one of these coins in an old mint set stored in original government packaging. If it has never been touched, never been cleaned, and shows strong luster, you could have a premium piece. Submitting it for grading could unlock hidden value. But cleaning the coin can destroy that value instantly. Always remember, never clean old coins. the coin collecting market today is stronger than many people realize. Online auction platforms have opened the market globally. A rare 1970 Kennedy half-dollar in top condition can attract bidders from the United States, Europe, Asia, and beyond. Demand is no longer local, it is global. So what should you look for if you own a 1970 Liberty coin? Check the mint mark D under the date indicating Denver Mint. Check the edge for the silver copper layered look. Check for strong detail in Kennedy's hair and sharp lettering in Liberty. Avoid cleaned or damaged coins. Consider professional grading for high condition examples. Now here is the truth. Most 1970 Liberty coins are valuable but not life-changing. However, a top-grade example or rare error can become a serious collector prize. And in coin collecting, it only takes one extraordinary coin to create a record-breaking sale. This is why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies and investment fields in the world. You never know when a small piece of metal could become a headline. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 Liberty coin, make sure you subscribe to Coins for more rare coin discoveries, hidden values, market updates, and expert tips. Your pocket change could be hiding history, your collection could be hiding treasure, and your next discovery could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and powerful words ever stamped on metal: liberty. The story of Liberty coins is not just about money. It is about history, power, design, rarity, and sometimes unbelievable prices that shock collectors around the world. When people hear Liberty on a coin, they immediately think of classic American coinage. For decades, the word Liberty has appeared on some of the most beautiful and valuable coins ever produced by the United States Mint. From silver dollars to gold eagles, Liberty represents freedom, strength, and national pride. But beyond symbolism, certain Liberty coins have become legendary because of their rarity and market value. Let us travel back in time. The United States Mint has been producing coins since 1792. Many early coins proudly featured Lady Liberty in different artistic forms. She appeared with flowing hair, with a cap, seated on a rock, standing tall, or walking confidently toward the rising sun. Each design reflected the era in which it was created. One of the most famous Liberty coins is the Morgan silver dollar designed by George T. Morgan. This coin was first minted in 1878 and continued until 1904, with a final issue in 1921. The obverse shows a beautiful profile of Lady Liberty, while the reverse features a powerful eagle. Today, certain Morgan dollars can sell for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. Another legendary coin is the Walking Liberty half-dollar, introduced in 1916. Designed by Adolph H. Weinman, it shows Liberty walking toward the sunrise with the American flag draped around her. Many collectors consider this one of the most beautiful coins ever made. High-grade examples from rare mint years can reach impressive prices at auction. Now let us focus on the year 1980. By 1980, circulating United States coins no longer featured the classic full-figure Liberty design seen in earlier decades. Instead, the word Liberty remained on coins such as the Lincoln cent, Washington quarter, Roosevelt dime, and Kennedy half-dollar. However, 1980 still holds importance for collectors. The 1980 Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, carries the word Liberty to the left of Lincoln's portrait. These coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, marked as 1980 and 1980D. Most 1980 pennies are very common and worth face value in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services can be worth significantly more, sometimes ranging from $10 to $50 or even higher depending on quality. Error coins from 1980 are where things become exciting. Off-center strikes, double die errors, and other mint mistakes can increase value dramatically. A rare and dramatic mint error can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on uniqueness and collector demand. Now many people see numbers like $787,976.46 and wonder if any Liberty coin could truly reach such a value. The answer is yes, but only under extraordinary circumstances. Some rare Liberty coins have sold for incredible amounts. For example, rare early silver dollars, certain gold Liberty head coins, and extremely rare proof coins have crossed the $1 million mark in auction sales. While not every Liberty coin is worth that much, history shows that rarity combined with condition and demand can create astonishing results. Gold Liberty head coins, minted during the 19th and early 20th centuries, are especially valuable. Coins such as the Liberty Head Double Eagle, minted from 1849 to 1907, contain nearly 1 ounce of gold. Depending on the date and mint mark, some can sell for thousands or even millions of dollars. The St. Gaudens Double Eagle, introduced in 1907, replaced the Liberty Head design but still carried the spirit of liberty in stunning artistic form. Though most 1980 circulating coins are common, historical Liberty gold coins represent the high end of the market. Collectors determine value based on several key factors. First is rarity. How many were minted and how many survive today? Second is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70. Even a small difference in grade can mean thousands of dollars in price difference. Third is demand. Some coins are rare but not popular, while others are both rare and highly desired. In 1980, the price of silver and gold was extremely volatile. Silver reached record highs around that time. This influenced the coin market heavily. Many people began saving older silver Liberty coins, removing them from circulation. That is one reason why high-grade examples of earlier Liberty coins became scarcer over time. If you are searching through old collections or inherited coin jars, always check for mint marks. A small letter like D for Denver or S for San Francisco can make a difference. Proof coins from San Francisco often have mirror-like surfaces and were made for collectors. It is important to understand that not every Liberty coin is rare. Billions were produced across decades. But hidden among them are treasures. Key dates, low mintage years, mint errors, and high-grade specimens are where the real money is found. Professional grading companies authenticate and grade coins, sealing them in protective holders. This increases buyer confidence and can significantly increase value. Coins certified in high mint state condition are especially attractive to investors. When talking about current market value, prices change constantly based on metal prices and collector demand. A common 1980 penny might be worth 1 cent, but a pristine uncirculated roll could bring a premium. A rare Liberty gold coin from the 1800s could bring tens of thousands or more. Auction houses regularly set new records for exceptional pieces. The dream of finding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars keeps collectors searching. Stories of rare discoveries fuel excitement. While a 1980 circulating Liberty coin is unlikely to reach nearly $800,000, historic Liberty coins absolutely have the potential to reach or exceed that level under the right conditions. Always store coins properly. Avoid cleaning them, as cleaning can reduce value dramatically. Use protective holders and keep them in a dry environment. The word Liberty on a coin is more than decoration. It connects modern collectors to over 2 centuries of American history. From early silver dollars to modern commemoratives, Liberty remains a symbol of strength and value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and the 1980 market value story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Coins. In future videos we will explore more rare dates, mint errors, and hidden treasures that could be sitting in your collection right now. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and your next discovery could change everything. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting topics in numismatics, the powerful story of the top Liberty coins, with special focus on the legendary 1981 issues and their current market value. If you love rare coins, hidden mint errors, and the thrill of discovering that something in your pocket could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, then stay with me until the very end, because this story might change the way you look at every single coin you touch. When we say top Liberty coins, we are talking about United States coins that feature the iconic word Liberty and the image of Liberty herself. Liberty is not just a word stamped on metal. It represents freedom, independence, and the very identity of America. For over 2 centuries, Liberty has appeared on U.S. coinage in many beautiful designs. From the flowing hair portraits of the 18th century to the bold inscriptions of the modern era, Liberty coins have always attracted collectors from around the world. The journey begins with early masterpieces like the flowing hair dollar and the draped bust dollar. These coins are legendary today, sometimes selling for millions of dollars. They show how powerful the Liberty theme has always been in American coinage. Later came the famous Morgan dollar, designed by George T. Morgan, with a bold Liberty portrait that collectors still admire. Then the elegant walking Liberty half dollar designed by Adolph A. Weinman captured the spirit of hope and progress. Each of these coins carries Liberty at the top, proudly displayed, making them top Liberty coins in both design and status. Now let us move forward to 1981, a year that many people overlook. Most collectors chase 1909, 1916, 1943, or 1964, but 1981 holds its own secrets. During this year, the United States Mint produced coins at facilities like United States Mint locations in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Among the circulating coins of 1981, you will find the Lincoln cent with Liberty on the obverse, the Washington quarter with Liberty inscribed, the Roosevelt dime, and more. The 1981 Lincoln cent is one of the most searched coins today. That year, both copper and copper-plated zinc compositions existed because 1982 would mark the big transition to zinc. This makes 1981 one of the final full years of the traditional bronze cent. While most 1981 pennies are common and worth only face value in circulated condition, high-grade examples graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A perfectly preserved 1981 D cent with blazing red luster can surprise you at auction. Now let us talk about something that excites collectors even more than normal coins. Errors and varieties. In 1981, several double-die varieties and off-center strikes have been discovered. A dramatic off-center 1981 cent, especially if the date and Liberty are clearly visible, can command significant premiums. Some rare error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and uniqueness. You might have heard wild claims online about a 1981 coin worth $787,976.45. Let me be clear and honest with you. There is no standard 1981 circulating coin that regularly sells for $787,976.45. However, in the coin market, extraordinary things can happen. Unique error coins, experimental planchets, or extremely rare proof errors can reach astonishing numbers. In the world of auctions, especially through companies like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers Galleries, rare coins have shocked the world with record prices. For example, Liberty-themed coins from earlier centuries have crossed the $1 million mark. The 1794 flowing hair dollar once sold for over $10 million, becoming one of the most valuable coins ever sold. That shows the power of Liberty in the collector market. While 1981 coins are modern by comparison, the right combination of rarity, error, condition, and demand can create dramatic value. Proof coins from 1981, especially those struck in San Francisco with the S Mint mark, are another interesting category. Proof coins were specially made for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. A deep cameo 1981 S proof coin in perfect PR70 condition can bring strong premiums. While not usually worth hundreds of thousands, top-graded examples can still be impressive in value. Let us also remember the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, which carried over into the early 1980s. Although the main production years were 1979 and 1980, collectors during that period were still highly engaged with Liberty-inscribed designs. The demand for Liberty imagery never fades. One of the biggest secrets in coin collecting is condition. Two coins with the same date and mint mark can have completely different values. A worn 1981 penny from your pocket might be worth 1 cent. But a flawless, sharply struck, fully read example stored carefully for decades could be worth hundreds. That is the magic of numismatics. Another factor is grading. Professional grading companies encapsulate coins in protective holders and assign them a numeric grade. This adds trust and often increases value. Coins graded MS-68 or PR-70 are extremely rare for many issues, and collectors are willing to pay strong premiums for the best of the best. the history behind Liberty coins is deeply tied to American identity. Since the late 1700s, Liberty has symbolized freedom from oppression and the birth of a new nation. When you hold a Liberty coin, you are not just holding metal. You are holding a piece of history, art, and national pride. So what should you do if you find a 1981 Liberty coin? First, check the mint mark. Is it blank for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco? Second, examine the condition under good lighting. Look for sharp details in the hair, clear lettering in Liberty, and strong original color. Third, check for errors like doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or unusual weight. A small digital scale can help you confirm if the coin matches official specifications. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. Collectors prefer original surfaces, even if the coin has minor toning. If you believe you have something special, consider submitting it to a reputable grading service. The coin market is driven by rarity and demand. As more people discover coin collecting through YouTube and online platforms, interest continues to grow. A coin that seems common today could become more desirable tomorrow if high-grade examples become harder to find. Remember, big prices usually come from older or ultra-rare pieces, but hidden treasures still exist. Every year, collectors discover rare varieties hiding in plain sight. The thrill of the hunt is what makes this hobby exciting. Here on Coins, our mission is to educate, inspire, and help you recognize value where others see only spare change. The 1981 Liberty coins may not automatically be worth $787,976.45, but the story behind them, the potential for rare errors, and the connection to centuries of Liberty coinage make them incredibly fascinating. Imagine opening an old jar of coins inherited from a relative. Among them, you find a shining 1981 coin in perfect condition. You send it for grading. Weeks later, you receive confirmation that it is one of the finest known examples. Suddenly, what was once a simple coin becomes a collector's dream. That is why you should always check your coins. Study them. Respect them. Because sometimes history hides in the smallest details. If you enjoyed this deep dive into top Liberty coins and the 1981 market value story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Coins. Turn on notifications so you never miss another episode about rare pennies, valuable quarters, hidden mint errors, and million-dollar treasures. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and misunderstood pieces in American coinage, the 1985 D Liberty coin, better known as the 1985 D Lincoln cent. Stay with me because what you are about to hear might completely change the way you look at the small copper coins in your pocket. When people hear the word Liberty on a coin, they instantly think of powerful American symbols. On the 1985 D cent, Liberty appears proudly on the obverse side alongside the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This design comes from the legendary coin first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. That original series is known as the Lincoln cent, and it remains one of the longest-running coin series in United States history. The 1985 D coin was struck at the famous Denver Mint, which is identified by the small d mint mark under the date. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced, but here is where things get interesting. Even though the total mintage was extremely high, certain examples of the 1985 D Lincoln cent can be worth far more than 1 cent. Condition, errors, and grading make all the difference. Let us first understand the design. On the front, you see the strong and detailed profile of Abraham Lincoln. Above his head is the motto "In God We Trust." To the left is Liberty. To the right is the date 1985 with the D mint mark. On the reverse, you will find the classic wheat ears design only if it were before 1959, but by 1985 the reverse had already changed to the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959. That reverse features the Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C., symbolizing strength and unity. This design remained until 2008 before being replaced in later commemorative issues. Now let us talk about metal composition because this is where collectors become very excited. In 1985, the Lincoln cent was made primarily of copper-plated zinc. Since 1982, the United States Mint shifted from mostly copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating due to rising metal costs. This means the 1985 D penny weighs about 2.5 grams instead of the earlier 3.11 grams copper version. But here is where the story becomes powerful. Any off-metal error or transitional mistake from the mint could instantly turn a 1-cent coin into something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Most 1985 D pennies in circulated condition are worth only face value. In uncirculated condition, they might sell for a small premium, perhaps a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on grade. But when we enter the world of high-grade certified coins, the market changes dramatically. Coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher by professional grading services can command strong premiums. The higher the grade, the fewer coins exist in that pristine state, and then we come to error coins. This is where stories of huge prices begin. A double die error, off-center strike, broad strike, or wrong planchet strike can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Some high-grade error examples of modern Lincoln cents have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. While a regular 1985 D penny will never reach $787,976.44 under normal circumstances, a unique mint error or a one-of-a-kind dramatic strike could theoretically push values extremely high in a competitive auction environment. Collectors also examine strike quality. In 1985, some Denver Mint coins were weakly struck, especially in Lincoln's hair details and the steps of the memorial on the reverse. A sharply struck coin with full detail and blazing red original luster is much harder to find than people think. Red coins, meaning those that retain their original mint red color, are more valuable than red-brown or brown coins. Another important factor is population reports. When grading companies publish how many coins exist in certain grades, collectors compete for the top population examples. If only a handful of coins exist in MS67 red condition, demand can push prices much higher than expected. This is how modern coins sometimes surprise the market. History also adds emotional value. The Lincoln cent has been part of American daily life for over a century. It survived wars, economic depressions, inflation, and major political changes. The 1985 D penny represents a piece of that ongoing history. While it may seem common today, decades from now the highest grade examples may become significantly scarcer. Some collectors search bank rolls looking for brilliant uncirculated coins. Others purchase sealed mint sets from 1985 hoping to find pristine examples untouched by circulation. The thrill of the hunt is what drives the hobby. One small coin, one overlooked detail, one tiny doubling error can change everything. The idea of a penny being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars captures the imagination. While documented sales of regular 1985 D pennies do not approach nearly $800,000, the coin market has shown that extreme rarity combined with demand can create shocking results. Unique error coins across various series have reached 5- and 6-figure prices when collectors compete fiercely. If you have a 1985 D Liberty coin, examine it carefully. Check the weight. Look for doubling in the letters and date. Inspect the edges for copper exposure issues. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Condition is everything. Even small scratches or discoloration can reduce value significantly. Professional grading is often the next step if you believe you have something special. Certified coins are sealed in protective holders with assigned grades, making them easier to sell in the marketplace. Authentication also protects against counterfeits, which unfortunately exist even for lower denomination coins. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can start. You do not need to invest thousands of dollars immediately. Sometimes the most valuable discoveries are found in pocket change, coin jars, or inherited collections. Stories of rare finds continue to inspire new collectors every year. As we continue growing this channel Coins, our mission is to uncover hidden value, educate collectors, and explore the fascinating history behind everyday currency. The 1985 D Lincoln Liberty cent may not automatically be worth a fortune, but under the right conditions, with the right grade or rare error, it could be worth far more than 1 cent. Always remember, knowledge is power in the coin market. Study mintages. Study grading standards. Study auction records. The more you learn, the better your chances of identifying something extraordinary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1985 D Liberty coin and its current market potential, make sure to stay connected with Coins for more rare coin discoveries, value updates, and hidden treasure stories. Because sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. Today on Coins we are uncovering one of the most fascinating and misunderstood treasures in American coin collecting history, the legendary 1989 Liberty coin, and the truth about its current market value, rarity history, and the shocking prices that some examples have reached in the collector's market. When people hear the words Liberty coin, they immediately imagine strength, freedom, and American history stamped into metal and carried through generations. The image of liberty has appeared on countless United States coins for more than 2 centuries, symbolizing independence, hope, and national pride. From early flowing hair designs to modern interpretations, liberty has always captured the spirit of the nation. Now let's focus on 1989, because this date often creates confusion, excitement, and sometimes unrealistic expectations in the coin community. In 1989, the United States Mint was actively producing several coins that featured liberty either in portrait or symbolic form. The most well-known liberty themed coin connected to this year is the American Silver Eagle, which features the famous walking liberty design originally created by Adolph A. Weinman in 1916. The 1989 American Silver Eagle contains 1 troy ounce of .999 fine silver and displays the iconic walking liberty striding toward the sunrise on the obverse. This design is considered one of the most beautiful in American coinage history. The reverse at that time featured a heraldic eagle with shield designed by John Mercanti. These coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and San Francisco Mint, depending on whether they were bullion or proof versions. In terms of mintage, the 1989 bullion Silver Eagle had a production of over 5 million pieces, which means it is not rare in circulated or standard uncirculated condition. Because of this, its average current market value is usually tied closely to the price of silver. If silver is trading around $25 to $30 per ounce, then a regular 1989 Silver Eagle might sell between $30 and $45 depending on demand and condition. However, when we talk about high-grade examples, especially those graded MS69 or MS70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, the value increases significantly. A perfect MS70 1989 Silver Eagle can sell for several $100s and sometimes even over $1,000 depending on eye appeal and certification. Now here is where collectors get excited. There are always rumors online claiming that a 1989 Liberty coin is worth hundreds of thousands or even $78,797,643, but it is extremely important to separate facts from myths. No standard 1989 Liberty coin from the United States Mint has ever sold for anywhere near $78,797,643. That figure is unrealistic and not supported by auction records. When coins reach prices in the hundreds of thousands or millions, it is usually because of extreme rarity, historical significance, or mint errors. For example, coins like the 1933 Double Eagle or certain early Liberty Head gold coins from the 1800s have reached extraordinary auction prices due to limited surviving examples and legal history. The Liberty Head design itself has a rich story. The Liberty Head appeared on gold coins such as the Liberty Head Double Eagle designed by James B. Longacre. These coins were produced from 1849 through 1907, and some rare dates and mint marks can sell for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. But returning to 1989, if someone claims they own a Liberty coin from that year worth nearly $800,000, the first thing to check is authenticity, grading, and exact type. Is it a proof coin? Is it a rare mint error? Does it have a dramatic off-center strike, double die error, or wrong planchet strike? Because only extraordinary errors combined with high demand could push a modern coin into extremely high price territory. For example, a major mint error on a modern coin, such as being struck on a foreign planchet or having a massive double strike, could potentially sell for thousands of dollars, but even those rarely approach 6 figures unless they are unique and heavily documented. The American Silver Eagle series itself remains one of the most collected bullion programs in the world. Collectors appreciate the consistency, purity, and beauty of the design. Since its introduction in 1986, it has become a staple for investors and collectors alike. If you own a 1989 Liberty-themed coin and want to know its real value, you should carefully examine Its condition: look for scratches where toning and luster. Original mint state coins with strong cartwheel luster and no contact marks are more desirable. Submitting your coin to a reputable grading service can protect its value and provide accurate market positioning. Auction platforms such as Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers regularly publish realized prices, which give collectors realistic expectations rather than inflated social media rumors. The truth is that most 1989 Liberty coins will trade between their silver content value and perhaps a few $100s in top certified grades. They are beautiful historical pieces but not instant millionaire makers. That does not mean they are not worth collecting. In fact, they are an excellent entry point for new collectors because they combine precious metal value with historical artistry. The walking Liberty design remains one of the most admired images ever placed on American coinage. If silver prices rise dramatically in the future, the intrinsic value of a 1989 Silver Eagle will rise as well. That is why many investors hold them as part of a long-term precious metals strategy. On this channel Coins, we believe in honest information, real market data, and smart collecting decisions. Always research, always verify, and never believe exaggerated price claims without documented auction proof. A coin becomes truly valuable when rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance align perfectly. While the dream of finding a nearly $1 million Liberty coin is exciting, the real treasure is understanding the history behind the design, the craftsmanship of the mint, and the journey each coin has taken over decades. So if you have a 1989 Liberty coin, keep it safe, store it properly in a protective holder, avoid cleaning it, and consider professional grading. If it appears flawless, with patience, knowledge, and passion, you can build a collection that holds real financial and historical value. Stay tuned to Coins for more deep dives into rare dates, mint errors, silver investments, and hidden treasures that might already be sitting in your pocket or collection box. The world of Liberty coins is rich with stories, opportunity, and timeless American artistry, and we are just getting started. Today we are diving deep into one of the most searched and talked about coins among collectors and treasure hunters, the legendary top Liberty coins, with special focus on the powerful and mysterious 1991 Liberty coin and its real current market value. When people hear the word Liberty on a coin, they instantly think of American history, freedom, and rare collectibles worth a fortune. The word Liberty has appeared on United States coins for over 2 centuries, beginning in the late 1700s when the United States Mint began striking official federal coinage. Liberty is not just a word, it is a symbol, a design, and for some collectors, a golden opportunity. Throughout history, the United States Mint has produced many Liberty-themed coins. From the beautiful Morgan dollar to the iconic walking Liberty half dollar, and even the powerful Liberty head nickel, Liberty coins have always attracted serious collectors. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars depending on rarity, mint errors, and condition. Now let's focus on the 1991 Liberty coin that so many people are searching for. The letter D on a coin represents the Denver Mint, one of the major minting facilities of the United States. In 1991, the Denver Mint produced millions of coins including Lincoln cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Most of these coins were made for circulation and are common today. However, not every coin is the same. Condition, mint errors, and special varieties can dramatically increase value. The 1991 Lincoln cent is one of the most discussed coins online. Officially known as the Lincoln cent, it features President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back for that year. Billions were produced, which means a regular circulated example is usually worth face value, just 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, most 1991 pennies sell for only a few cents to a few dollars depending on grade. So why are people talking about huge numbers like $787,976? The truth is simple but important. A regular 1991 Liberty coin is not worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, there are rare situations that can push coin values extremely high. First, condition matters more than anything. In coin collecting, condition is graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70. A perfect mint state 70 coin is extremely rare. Professional grading companies like Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company evaluate coins and seal them in protective holders. A top-grade coin can sell for many times more than a worn coin. Second, mint errors create excitement. Errors such as double die strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or wrong metal compositions can make an ordinary coin extraordinary. For example, a strong double die error on a Lincoln cent can increase value from 1 cent to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare transitional metal errors from other years have sold for very high prices at auctions. Third, special historical Liberty coins from earlier centuries are genuinely worth huge money. For example, rare dates of the Liberty head nickel have sold for millions. High-grade Morgan dollars have crossed the auction block for hundreds of thousands. Certain key-date walking Liberty half dollars are worth thousands in top condition. These are real, documented auction results handled by major houses like Heritage Auctions, but when it comes specifically to the 1991 D Lincoln cent, current market value in 2026 remains modest for normal examples. Circulated coins are worth face value. Uncirculated examples might range from a few cents to a few dollars. Only unusual high-grade certified pieces or major mint errors bring serious premiums. This is where many new collectors make mistakes. Viral posts, social media claims, and misleading thumbnails often suggest that everyday pocket change is secretly worth nearly $1 million. While rare coins absolutely exist, they are extremely specific and carefully documented. It is important to verify information through trusted numismatic sources and professional grading services. Now let's talk about how to check your 1991 D Liberty coin properly. First, examine the mint mark D below the date. Make sure it is not altered or damaged. Second, inspect the surfaces under bright light. Look for doubling in the lettering of Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date. Third, check for unusual color or weight differences that might indicate a rare metal error. A standard 1991 penny should weigh 2.5 grams because by that time, cents were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. If you believe you have found something unusual, never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Store it safely and consider professional evaluation. The fascination with Liberty coins continues because they represent more than money. They represent American heritage. From the earliest flowing hair designs to the bold portraits of presidents, liberty has remained a central theme in coinage design. Even modern coins still carry the word liberty proudly across the front. So can a Liberty coin be worth $787,976? Yes, but only specific rare historic Liberty coins in extraordinary condition have reached such heights. A standard 1991 D Lincoln cent does not reach that level in today's market. The dream of finding treasure in your change is exciting, and sometimes it does happen, but knowledge is your most powerful tool. Collecting coins is not just about money. It is about history, art, and discovery. Every coin tells a story: where it was minted, who designed it, what era it represents. The 1991 D Liberty coin may not be a $1 million rarity, but it is still part of the long, proud tradition of American coinage. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and the real truth behind 1991 D values, make sure you subscribe to Coins, like this video, and turn on notifications. Because you never know, the next coin we talk about might just be hiding in your pocket right now, waiting to change your life forever.